Today, I would like to give you a lesson on the topic triangle, types of triangle. We encounter triangles very often in our life. We can see them in road signs, in furniture, in mountains, and so on. And so, what is a triangle? Let's define it. A triangle is a geometric figure consisting of 3 points that do not lie on the same line and the segments that connect these points. The points are called the vertices of the triangle, and the segments are called its sides. And so, what are the types of triangles by angles? This is an acute-angled one, all angles of which are less than 90 degrees. There is also a regular triangle or equilateral, all angles and sides of which are equal. And if all angles are equal, then each angle of this triangle is equal to 60 degrees. And this is one of the types of acute-angle triangles. We also have an isosceles triangle, whose angles at the base are equal. Here are the legs of the triangle, and here is the base. There's also an obtuse-angled triangle, one of the angles of which is greater than 90 degrees, and of course a right-angled triangle, one angle of which is equal to 90 degrees. And let's not forget the basic rule: the sum of the angles of any triangle is equal to 180. Problem number 1. Determine the unknown quantities according to the given data. We see an acute-angled triangle. There are 2 angles, 65 degrees and 35 degrees. The third one needs to be found, the angle highlighted in red. Solution. And so we remember the basic rule that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Therefore, we compose the equation. We will move the unknown terms to the left and the known terms to the right. And we will have that x equals 80. X is the degree measure of our found angle. Therefore, the answer is 80 degrees. And let's look at the second triangle. As you can see, it is rectangular. So, we need to find an acute angle, and this problem can be solved in 2 ways. Either we use the rule that the sum of the angles of any triangle is 180 degrees, or we use another rule that the sum of the acute angles of a right triangle is 90 degrees. You can do both. Then we move the unknown terms to the left, the known terms to the right, and we get that the degree measure of the found angle is 20 degrees. Answer is 20 degrees. Problem number 3. We see lines on the sides of the triangle. This means that all sides of this triangle are equal. So, this triangle is equilateral because if the sides are equal, then the angles will also be equal. So, now we have to remember the basic property of vertical angles. And it says that vertical angles are always equal to each other. So, the answer, we get 60 degrees. Let's move on to the problem number 4. We see an isosceles triangle in front of us, the angles at the base of which are equal. So we denote them by x. Now we compose the equation here, and we transfer the unknown terms to the left, the known terms to the right, and we get that the angle at the base is 71 degrees. That's not all. Why? Because we need to find the angle adjacent to this angle. Therefore, by the property of adjacent angles, the sum of adjacent angles will be 180 degrees. So this angle will be equal to 180 degrees minus 71 degrees, which equals 109 degrees. Answer is 109 degrees. So if you understood everything today, I would give you Subaru Forester as a gift. If you are worried or excited because you did not understand something, no problem. Watch this video again slowly. Never give up. And I wish you to understand it as soon as possible. Goodbye.